video today. So stay tuned with me, and we're gonna see what happens. Alright, so today's video, we're going to be talking about the Ruckus. I'm basically going to be talking about, like, if you want to build one. I feel like there's not a lot of current videos out here that's telling you how to build one, or why you should or why you shouldn't. So basically, it's slow, hella slow, but I'll be talking about 5 things that I like about it and 5 things that I hate about it. My favorite mod on the bike is going to be the wheels, lug nut, taillight, seats, and the color. To be honest, that's my favorite out of all of it. There's a bunch of like small little details like carbon and other stuff. It's shaved a little bit. The little custom winglets I have on it, off rip, just how it feels. Super low to the ground. It has a stretch kit on it, so it feels longer. Only thing I hate about this thing is fucking slow. Like, it's fucking slow, y'all. I bought a GY6 motor. It's one of the basic swaps out there. There's a bunch of swaps that you're able to do. Like, people are using like a PCX swap, which is, you know, with everything, it's like 10 grand. People are spending like 10 grand on a swap on these chassis. Me, I love Ruckus, but I don't think it'll ever get that deep. When I built this originally, it was just supposed to be a roller. The motor, it had a motor, it didn't run at the time. I wasn't really too knowledgeable about the platform, so we basically built it for a show 2 or 3 years ago. Shout out to my buddy Alex Poole. He put it all together for me. I literally like painted it 1 week by my homie Bryce, and then dropped it off to him. He put it all together in like within like a few days. Picked it up, and then we went to a show. Throughout time, I started meeting other people at like shows, and it's kind of lame to fucking sit on your bike or like walk it down into a show or like push it into a show. So I was like, man, if I can get that motor running, that would be cool. So somehow we got the motor running enough to basically ride it into shows. Like fucking 10 miles per hour was the max, full throttle. We started going to shows, and then, you know what if I can get it actually running and riding? So one of the homies out in Missouri, he was doing a GY6 swap, and he was like, hey, like, do you want my original like Get motor, which is the 49cc, since he was swapping it? So he gave me a brand new motor, which was I think like a 2022, I think, barely like 50 miles on it. Swapped it over, was cool. Then I started modding it performance to get it up to 45, 48 miles per hour. Keep in mind that there is a weight ratio onto this, so if you were like, you know, 100 pounds less than me, boy, you would be ripping this. Right now, with my tachometer reading going uphill, I'm at like 9,800 RPMs. That's pretty good, you know. So basically, you want it to max out its like throttle, I guess you could say, and still have the quickness, versus, you know, slowly rising up and not hitting your top speed, I guess you could say. We got the intake from TRS. This ain't sponsored, by the way. We got intake from TRS. Comes with this intake, a little intake here, NCY, this thing. But yeah, you replace this thingy because it's lighter than the original, so it'll pick up speed quicker. Same thing with the clutch over here. I believe that's a NCY clutch belt, and the OEM, I'm doing the OEM belt. You can buy like lighter belts, or, you know, it's supposed to pick up quicker, which is good. But with this chassis, just Ruckus, I guess, with the Get, so you can't have both. You can't be quick off the line and be like super fast. You have to kind of settle for the middle, in my opinion. So me, I'm happy if I can keep up with regular traffic in the city. I'm not hopping on the highway, and I can, you know, if I'm at a red light, I don't have anybody honking at me, and I'm taking like forever to get to fucking 30 miles per hour. I still want to be quick. Ignition coil and stuff. This thing fucking, I'm blank, guys. I can link it down. I'll link it down because I have a fucking parts list I have for this, because I was originally trying to sell this, and I wanted to see how much money I spent. Dude, I spent over like almost at least over a grand for sure, 100% over a grand on this fucking motor. Keep in mind that's just not go parts pass. That's like parts that make it look good. Like this expensive ass carbon fiber piece. So fucking the stretch kit is by itself is 200. I know it's not part of the performance package, but if you want to stretch your bike or whatever, you either have to get it for the Get or the GY6. I had a Yoshi. The Yoshi was welded on to the header and it broke. So Yoshi gone. 400 bucks gone. This was a cheap GP exhaust I guess I found on Amazon that fits a GY6. If you want to build a Ruckus, you have to know what you want to build. If you want one to build just for show, to actually ride, and a little bit of both, you know. And it depends where you live as well. So if your streets are busier, you know, you live more in the city area, you want to keep up with like traffic and stuff like that, and you ride with other people, you don't want to slow them down, just go ahead and jump to the GY6. Don't even like fuck around or, you know, spend the money, waste your time and stuff like that on upgrading the Get. That's what I did. I was like, you know what? I hear a lot of people talking about, you know, Gets unreal, GY6 is the move, blah, 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 GY6 this, GY6 that. And I kind of wanted to show people wrong, you know? I mean, I did pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of people at my weight, at my size, that's like, what, I'm at 250, hitting 45, 48. Sometimes, I think the fastest I did downhill was 55. So, that's pretty good on a Ruckus, bro. On a stock 49, basically. Don't do it if you want. But if you just want a simple rolling, you know, show build or whatever you want to call it, and you want to keep it simple, cheap, not ball out, because I think the motor itself is on TRS and on Pro Build, or you know, all these Ruckuses and all the Ruck sites, the official sites, you know, they're selling for 400 plus. So I wouldn't do it if I was doing a show build. I just go ahead and just keep it stock and keep it simple, you know. Regardless what you're going to do, you're gonna need to know whether if you want what they call a fatty setup, where the wheel in the back is wide, or if you want a skinny, which is when the back wheel is skinny, just like the front. I've seen a couple skinny builds, but personally, bro, with the fat lip in the back, that's the fucking way to go, man. That's the fucking way to go. They make a stretch kit for the fatty, the stretch kit for the skinny. So, and it places where your wheel goes to. So if you want the skinny, your motor has to sit more in. And if you want the fatty, it has to sit more out. That way you can fit a wider wheel. You gotta get a stretch kit. You gotta get coils to make it low. And you have to buy, if you want to run some wheels, you gotta buy the wheel adapters, the wheel itself, buy some front shocks. Front shocks, I do have some actual front shocks that are sit too low. Basically, whenever I have them, this is like, I'm not moving it. Like it's basically not moving at all. Like the belly is on the ground, bro. The bitch is beached. All right, if I get the actual shot. So I got the stock ones that are lowered, so it's basically maxed out, still comfy, stiff as fuck, numbs my fucking hands.
Hey yo!
Get the stretch kits, get the wheels. Is really it, really. And if you plan on, you know, as far as, it's so different than building an actual car, because cars, bro, you can slap coils on and ride on stocks, fine. With this, nah, you're gonna have to buy like a bunch of it at the same time, or start stacking parts, you know, for 6 months and then throw them all together, because you need the stretch kit, the coil, all to fit and all to work. Power band wise, if you're doing all the, you know, the CVT stuff and you have just a stock exhaust, it's not going to be accurate because the airflow is not getting the correct airflow. It needs to go out. But yeah, dude, this is my 2007 Honda Ruckus. Hopefully that video was a helpful video for anybody that is wanting to be part of, I guess, the ruck scene, or even think about like building this type of stuff. It took me a lot of money, a lot of patience, a lot of bullshit, and maybe a year to get it up to where I wanted to. Now, in my opinion, she's a little trashed. So we're gonna try and give it a new revamp with the new swap. So now stay tuned. Got, you know, civic content coming up, Ruck content coming up. So yeah, appreciate you guys. If you guys could also like, subscribe, you know, share this video. I know I'm not like super sturdy and we ain't where we want it to be yet, but trust that we fucking will. We fucking will. See ya. Bye guys.
Get inside, gotta wear a seatbelt when you ride. I'm keeping my Jimmy on tight. I can count that shit with no eye. You kill my partner, we ride. Little nigga, we ain't letting shit slide. Y'all niggas ain't letting shit.
Like, dog, look at that shit, bro. That shit looks fucking good, yo.